when you're ready.
Okay. Hello, I'm Dr. Cheryl, and welcome to Wake Up with Dr. Cheryl. The theme of our show is raising the awareness and consciousness in the relationship with wealth and applying unconditional love. Always remember that your present situation is not your final destination. The best is yet to come. By Zig Ziglar. I was chatting with a friend, a spiritual healer friend of mine, a couple of days ago, and I wanted to share some questions that I think are important for healing the relationship with your wealth. Ask yourself these 4 questions and meditate and contemplate on the answers to help you free yourself to more abundance. The first one is, how do I feel about money? The second is, how do I treat money? The third is, how do I get more money? And the fourth is, what would your money tell you? This might feel uncomfortable at first, but remember, money is energy, and its representation is paper coins and now other ways. I'd like to start with a little joke. It was a quiet day on the ark, and Noah was getting bored. So he told his wife that he was going to relieve the tedium by going off on a fishing expedition. "That's a good idea," she said. "You could do that you could use a good break." Noah collected his equipment and set off. But 30 minutes later, he was back and still complaining he was bored. His wife said, "I didn't expect you back so soon. If you're that bored, why did you stop fishing after only a half an hour?" Noah said, "I only had 2 worms." Our unique guest this evening is Patty Fitzsimmons, sharing the wealth of spirit. Patty Fitzsimmons, alias Curran Galway, is a published author, educator, inspirational speaker, and a spiritual life coach. Patty says she wrote the stories of spiritual awakening and connection to the divine. She holds a degree in English and education and a master's in divinity in transformational spirituality from Seattle University. Patty has done transformational spirituality retreats in the Bay Area and conflict resolution workshops. Patty resides in Tiburon, where she teaches kindergarten and creative writing. Patty also has published articles in the Unity magazine. She grew up in the Pacific Northwest, where she raised her 4 children as a single parent. She is also a grandmother of 4. Patty has a passion for writing. She self-published her first novel, The Aquarians, which is available on Amazon.com, and she hopes to publish her second novel, Ordinary Mystic, this year. This is the second segment of a 2-part discussion with Patty. Welcome, Patty. I'm so glad you could make it this evening. That in the conversations that I have about God, is some people resist. I think God, the word, is overused.
Sure.
Or it's been used to defamation,
Right.
defamation. It's not in a positive way,
Right.
Because people have abused it.
Of course.
So, I try to expand by saying spirit or universe. Some people feel confined with God, so the universe. I mean,
Right.
whatever language, the linguistics that you want to use, but it's the feeling.
Yes.
It really comes down
It
to
does
that
come down to
feeling and having that connection with your mind and your heart.
Exactly.
With that, and it takes practice.
It takes practice, and the spirit will challenge transformation. I mean, you have to grow. You have to
That's right.
unload and let
Yes.
go of things and move forward with yourself and grow all the time.
Let go of the past.
Yeah.
The past that is not serving you for the present time.
Yes.
That's positive. If there's negative stuff or bad, neglect or abuse, whatever, I mean, I've certainly had mine, and I've worked hard to get through it.
Mm-hmm.
And I still things come up, you
Sure.
know. I mean, I don't think we're ever done with the
Right.
transformation. I don't want to ever be done, because
Yeah.
otherwise I get bored. And I mean in a positive way.
Right.
But if I can help other people be aware
Yes.
of that there's nothing to be fearful of.
Yes.
It's the transformation. It's the process of growing.
Yeah, and I think the one way we can all contribute to this is by telling our experience stories, because spirit works through those stories to touch other people's lives.
Absolutely. And thank you for sharing, because you do have a unique experience.
Right.
And there's other people that are afraid to talk about it.
I know, and I hope that they come out of the closet.
Yes, yes.
You know?
I mean, you came out of the closet, right?
Right.
And you weren't even on ecstasy.
No.
Oh my God.
Right, yeah. No, I do invite them to come out and share stories. The more we hear, the more consciousness will be raised on the planet.
Absolutely. I mean, that's. I know for myself, on this journey, because it's all a journey.
Right.
Is the more we talk about it, and the more we share, and the more we get other people to share about that.
Yes.
It's the domino effect.
It is.
It's like fear is the hardest, the most prevalent thing on this planet as far as humanity goes.
Right.
And it's like, I had this conversation yesterday with a gentleman, and I know he's full of fear, and he hasn't let go of the past. That past haunts you.
Right.
And it's like, you got to deal, it's going to be there. It's not going to go away until you deal with it.
Right.
And then when you deal with it, and you can replace that with love, then you're free. That's the thing. I mean, yes, sometimes it gets very emotional to have to deal with the pain.
Well, the truth.
Truth. Yes.
It's truth. And you have to deal with the pain of truth.
Yeah, but that's the only thing that sets you
there.
free.
Yeah.
Yes, freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom is so important. And then you can be who you really are to be.
Exactly.
Because we're all unique. We all have gifts. And thank you for sharing your gift. So, what else would you like to share about your?
Well, this was basically all I wanted to read, was just a little bit of that mountaintop experience that comes from my book.
That is really a big. That's definitely beyond an epiphany. Really, it's. What's the word? I mean, it's a total.
It's hard to describe.
Yeah, it is.
It really is. I tried to put it in words, but there really
it's
aren't
hard.
words. Yeah.
No, I mean, that's the divine. The revelation.
Yeah.
That's what I want to say, is a revelation.
Well, I think that I was so afraid of the responsibility because in the tradition I was raised in, these people kind of stood out like sore thumbs, like St. Francis, St. Teresa of Avila. They stood out and were kind of freaks in a way, Back then, and now today there's so many more people that are conscious. It's not quite as bad. But I was
especially
a little afraid of that.
Area.
Yeah. But no, I think the more, like you said, the more people that are conscious, the better this planet's going to be.
Oh my gosh. I pray every day.
Yeah.
I'm in my meditation, and that's the first thing I do before.
Me too.
It's the first. I've been doing it for years.
Same with me.
And I pray for the planet's healing.
Yeah.
Because Mother Nature's not happy, for what the human beings are doing.
Right.
And I've had several shows about things that are happening that are inequity for our planet, for us, for our humanity. Like geoengineering and breathing and I mean, there's so many things.
Right.
And it's like, wake up. That's why I do my show. Wake up, because life is precious.
Yes.
Life in love. I mean, we really need to get back to love.
Exactly.
Not hate, not anything, but love. Love,
I think
love,
the planet
love.
needs it more now than it ever has.
Ever.
But I do have the confidence that there are a lot of people in transformation on the planet right now who are going to begin to network, because maybe 10 years ago when that song came out, The Dawning of the Age of Aquarius,
yes.
I researched that to see if it was true, and it was prophecy. And there are scientific reasons why we're in a new paradigm, okay? But I just feel that now, that was kind of all underground. Now it's above ground and people are starting to network. And I honestly think that this is going to be, like Marianne Williamson predicted, a spiritual revolution on the planet.
Yes, absolutely. Well, it's been happening
for
now about 3 years.
Yeah.
Seriously, since
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
Since 2012. everything's been, all the
Surfacing.
all the inequities and all the whatever you want to call it, evil stuff, all the unethical stuff has been surfacing, and it's still surfacing.
Well, things are breaking down, things are ending, and a new beginning is already here.
Yeah.
But it won't show through till the debris is carried away.
Right,
Yeah.
right, and that's there's still some work on that.
Exactly. Exactly.
And so, I just pray that we can see it in our lifetime.
Well, we'll certainly see the beginning, and we're definitely laying seeds for it.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, and
Yeah, we are.
Amen for that.
Yeah.
So what else can you share about?
Well, I was thinking when you were talking about the demons and the people, the need to go in and feel the pain and go through your own stuff.
Yes.
There was an ancient ritual in Egypt of an ancient Egyptian religion, and the initiation rite was that there was this pool of crocodiles, and the people who wanted to become initiated into the religion had to dive into this pool of crocodiles, and if they were eaten, basically facing their demons, they weren't going to make it, obviously.
Right.
But some of them found out when they dove in that there was a little corridor to another pool.
Yeah,
and they swam through that, and those that came out on the other side were the ones that became initiated.
More towards enlightenment.
Exactly. It's quite a metaphor.
Yeah, well, that makes sense, because it's no matter what, we still have to go through.
Yeah.
It's like Dr. Michael Beckwith says, the rub. The rub. It's the rub. It's, it's the sandpaper that polishes things. It's the oyster that makes the pearl. We all have to go through, every one of us. I believe every one of us have challenges, no matter what, whether you're in denial about it, which, there could be lots of people that are in denial about it. But how long can you deny it? Because it's still going to keep coming.
It keeps coming.
It keeps coming and keeps coming. And I'm one to deal with it here in front of me and deal with it, or if I'm conscious about it, but I've been conscious. I'm trying to be. I'm working on it, on all levels. And, we're all going to have challenges. Every one of us on this planet are going to have challenges. But, it's not the challenge, it's how you get through it. It's how you handle it.
Exactly.
And when you've evolved enough, when you've grown enough, it's easier to get through it. You can get through it.
And faster.
Right. Because and that's because you have also that connection with spirit.
Yes, exactly.
That alignment with your higher self.
Yes.
And when you have that,
I know.
You have everything.
I know. And the other side of that is it enhances how much we experience life. Like this morning I was up at like 5:30, and after my meditation I happened to look out. The moon was still out.
Yes.
And I saw the moon against the sky with this winter tree, and I just stood there in awe
the beauty.
of the winter beauty in
Yes.
that, You wouldn't take time to notice that if you didn't have an awakeness about you.
Oh,
if you
right.
weren't literally awake, but also conscious.
And at 5 o'clock in the morning, I was up early this morning too, and it was like, and I keep hearing, the full moon in Cancer, and that's the moon is the Cancer is ruled by the moon in astrology, and then I thought, all the Cancers must be feeling this heavy duty, to start the new year out, which is wonderful.
Absolutely.
They may not feel everything that they want to feel, but that's life.
Yes.
The negative with the positive.
That's what I'm saying.
It's and as long as you keep that positive attitude, you can get through anything.
And like you said about the Buddhists, that being in the moment, that's the other gift of being awake, being in the moment.
Yes, the presence.
Yes.
The now, being in the presence now, like Buddha, and also Eckhart Tolle talks about that.
talks about that, yep.
And so does wonderful Deepak Chopra.
Yep.
And but it takes everybody has their own journey to get there.
Right.
And whatever it takes to get there.
Yeah.
That will set you free.
But I think that the elimination of as many distractions as you can will keep you in that focus.
So what do you mean by that?
Well, first of all, daily meditation. I did it for 25 years because it just keeps that center going. It grounds me, connects me, keeps it going. And then all through the day, I take moments to breathe and go there, you know, and especially if there's something going on outside of me.
Right,
you know,
right.
I have to go there. I mean, I've made a commitment to myself this year. My New Year's resolution is I am not going to depend on things outside of myself to make me happy. I am going to go here,
Yes.
even when things outside of myself
Yes.
are not okay.
Yes.
I'm going to go here first and say, I'm okay, I'm happy, I'm connected to the divine. I don't have to find happiness in, you know,
Amen.
that. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah. And I think that that's all part of these gifts that we get from being awake.
Absolutely. And if every one of us could get that,
Yep.
we would be a healthy society.
We would.
Just knowing that you go within and not without.
Yes.
You know, I mean, that's one thing I know with religion. Sometimes, you know, God is outside yourself.
Exactly.
And, you know, I have to say, though, when I was 17, when I started reading about Buddha, I got that divine is inside of yourself. Sure. I didn't fully get it because I was only 17, but sure. I did. I started to get it because I was going through a hard time. First time I'd ever been disciplined in my life. I was on restriction, and I was a senior in high school, and I was like, I couldn't go anywhere, and I was like, this is driving me crazy, so I got to do something. So I studied Buddha.
Interesting.
And I'm glad I had that. Be Here Now, that book, you know, Siddhartha's book.
Oh, yes.
You know, I read it, and it's like, I didn't get a lot of it because I was like way beyond me, but getting that center,
right?
You know, which it's taken me years to really fully integrate it.
Yes, I know.
You know, especially when you go through the challenges, that's when when you are tested.
Oh, yeah.
To see how far you've grown.
Exactly. Oh. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Wow, that was great at 17. Well, then that was a gift that you had.
It was a total
gift. To be in that situation.
It was
because it brought about that.
Yes. I mean, there were a lot of hard times in that year.
Yeah.
Woo-wee.
Wow.
Yeah, with my mother and my father.
Oh,
you know, but I got that gift.
Wow.
Back then.
And you still have it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I have it more than ever.
Right.
I didn't totally understand it at 17.
Yeah.
But it helped me get through that, believe it or not, month, because I was working, I had my own car, I was going to school, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You know, and so it was good to have that to get me through the month.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Well, there's so much out there now today. I mean, it's almost impossible to not fall upon that information.
Absolutely, and especially in Marin.
Yes.
You know, Marin is ahead of its time.
It is.
With so many things that are spiritually evolving, ecologically evolving, you know, intellectually evolving. You know, I mean, I feel very blessed to be living in this area. I think that there's a spirit here from our ancient Indians that also helps us evolve. That may sound weird to some people.
No, I totally agree with you.
But I mean, there's so much here. Energy.
In a recent survey, Marin has the most cultural creatives in the United States.
Absolutely.
And those are the spiritual people who want to transform the planet.
Yes, and we're here for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, it has to start someplace, doesn't it?
Yes.
Critical mass.
Yes, the domino effect. And this is very exciting.
I know, it is to me too.
Very exciting.
I'm very excited because even though I know I won't see the fullness of this whole dream, I'm excited that it's begun.
Yeah.
All right? And it has begun. And I see things, if you know what you're looking for, you see these things all over, even though other people totally miss it. Okay?
Right.
But it's there, and we will see.
And then you keep seeing it.
You keep seeing it. So it's evolving along with
it's
everything
like
else.
It's like when you notice, oh yeah, so-and-so, oh yeah, I know that car. And then all of a sudden you see all the same car, you know, different colors, whatever, but it's the same idea of, you know, being aware. Then you're aware of all the things around it.
Yeah.
And that's the blessing, you know, and then just keep talking and keep sharing and love.
And you know, we can send out love. Part of meditation, I also try to open my heart and send out. I think that, you know, the divine works through us to send out love into the planet, like you were saying.
The energy.
Absolutely.
I do that for the whole planet.
Yep.
I do. I can't say I do it every day for the whole planet, but I do. I have this little image that I put like a pink blanket around the globe.
Oh,
because it's
nice.
love,
Yes.
you know, the red, pink, hot pink color
rose
around.
quartz,
Because it's love color.
Sure.
I do that.
That's a
not
good
every
idea.
day, but I do that, and I just, especially in the Mideast,
Oh,
you know,
that's
and in
great.
Africa. I mean, there's, you know,
Yes.
there's so much, and we need it here in our own country.
We do.
You know.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, I know.
my goodness. So, is there anything else that you would like to share with from your wisdom standpoint to help the viewers, you know, maybe, I mean, you've shared so much and I so appreciate it because it's
Well, I think the most important
grassroots.
thing that I think we've both been saying is some kind of meditative practice to keep that centering, especially in this world where so much is falling apart around us right now.
I think it's important to be able to look at all the different ways of meditating.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, I mean, I started with a candle, just focusing, because you've got to be able to focus your mind.
Yes.
That's the most important thing, to have control of your mind, you know, or have that awareness of your mind. So, and then I did other things, but find the right form of meditation that feels comfortable.
And the right timing. I mean, some people take walks and meditate, you know, do
Absolutely.
very quiet. The Buddhists have a mindful walk, you know, and that's a meditative state if you don't like sitting still. I mean, there's a lot of ways and a lot of information out there.
Well, communing with nature. If we would just, if we as humanity would just pay attention to the way nature, the natural process of nature.
Yes, right.
We got it.
Cycles.
We got it.
Yep.
I mean, I've been, that's been brought to my awareness the last few days. It's like, if we just stop and watch the wonderful, I mean, right now, all these little teeny buds are starting to come out on all the trees that have lost all their foliage, you know?
Right.
And it's like, I can't wait till February because
It's all gonna
everything starts bursting, the new life, you know?
Absolutely.
And that's a good metaphor for us.
Yes. Yes. That's so true.
Goodness.
You know, I think there are a lot of women today who have done a lot of the evolving work, like you and I are talking about, the transformation work. And I'm hoping that there will be partners for them that can meet them on that conscious level, because I think a lot of women want to share that transformation today, may have done their own work and maybe want to share that. And it would be great for the world to see the partnering of that.
Well, the male and female, the yin and the yang.
Yes.
And that's one thing. In fact, my next show, I'm having a man and a woman.
Oh,
A
perfect.
partner. They teach partnership.
Oh,
And
really?
so I can't wait to have them on the show, because I am a proponent. I mean, to have that male-female energy, you know, and have my partner, you know, too. So, yes. And you know, you don't all have to be on this total same level.
Oh, no. We're all on different levels.
You know, we're all on different levels.
Right.
But as long as a man is open to it, you know, I mean,
on the journey somehow.
you know, and I know on some level men are confused. They don't know what to do, you know, because women are just blossoming like crazy.
I know.
And there's no, they don't have to be confused, but they have to go through their own transformation. They have to take responsibility for their emotionality and their spirituality. We can't do it for them. However, they can learn from us.
Right. And we can learn from them.
We can learn from them.
Yeah.
I mean, I need male energy. I
Sure.
have wonderful male friends that I hang with, you know.
Yeah.
And it's important to have those energies.
I know. Very important.
So, but thank you for bringing that up.
Well, I think it's important now because we need to see that balance of the masculine and the feminine energy, right?
Absolutely.
And some of us, I mean, we have to have that balance in each of us too, the masculine and the feminine, and then sharing that outside. It will. Society only reflects the health of the individual.
That's right.
So.
That's right. Amen. And so it is.
So it is.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Is there anything else that you would, because
No,
we're
I think
almost
we've
out of
covered
time.
it. We've covered it, unless you got another question for me, but we've covered everything.
You just took off with perfect communication pieces on this, and I wanted to focus on your journey to your spirituality and how you got there. And boy, you just
hope so.
Yes,
I was very nervous.
Wonderful.
My first experience like this, but
no, I mean,
it was
you.
wonderful. You made it very easy for me.
Well, that's the whole thing, to make
Yeah.
it so you're in your natural, organic, and self,
Right.
Authentic self, and
Great.
that's what it's about. And
I felt that.
good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. And I will put some information at the end of these shows, so
Okay.
they can get in touch with you.
Great.
And namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you. I'll leave you with this. Self-discipline is a form of freedom. Freedom from laziness and lethargy. Freedom from expectations and demands of others. Freedom from weakness and fear and doubt. H.A. Dorfman, American Mental Skills Coach. The 4 Agreements, I'll just do a summary, by Don Miguel Ruiz. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions. Always do your best. Never give up. First, be aware and conscious of your thoughts and catch yourself before they come out of your mouth, especially the negative thoughts, into words. It takes being sedulous, persevering, repetitious, and disciplined. Be grateful for who you are and where you have come from and what you have, and be grateful for your freedom, and eat healthy. Good nutrition feeds the mind, your body temple, and don't forget to exercise. Feed your spirituality with meditation and prayer. Thank Spirit. Love yourself unconditionally. Stop criticizing, stop judging, and allowing others to dominate the way you feel and think about yourself. Be compassionate and share your abundance and wealth with others. When fear knocks, let faith answer the door. Wealth is the ability to fully experience life, by Henry David Thoreau. Thank you, Marin TV, for facilitating our show, and especially to my crew, Brad, Eric, and Ginger. Thank you. Please support and become a member of Marin TV. Bye for now. Until the next time. Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste.
Thank you.